Shine on, harvest moon up in the sky. So shine on. I'm in the wrong key. Shine on, harvest moon. I ain't got. Hold on. There's a word from our sponsor first. So shine on, harvest moon up in the sky. I ain't had no loving since January, February, June or July. Snow time ain't no time to stay outdoors and spoon. So shine on, harvest moon for me and my gal. Oh, we're going to do that again. We began with a real speed bump tonight. Oh, shine on, harvest moon up in the sky. I ain't had no loving since January, February, June or July. Snow time ain't no time to stay outdoors and spoon. So shine on, harvest moon for me and my gal. Whew, madame. Happy full moon. If you're on a continent or in a city or in a town where there's a full moon tonight, I think that's the whole planet Earth. I think that's how that works. Enjoy your full moon. I think it's a full moon. Oh, you used to sing this with your mom, Bella Loon. That's so sweet. Now, I don't know what a harvest moon is. I know there's like the blue moon, there's the cat moon, the dog moon, the giraffe moon, there's all kinds of moons. I don't know what this one is. This is just a full moon. What's a harvest moon? It's probably in the spring. I mean, in the fall. Shine on, harvest moon up in the sky. I ain't had no loving since January, February, June or July. Snow time ain't no time to stay outdoors and spoon. Shine on, harvest moon for me and my gal. All right, so the moonlight. Yeah, the moonlight, as we discussed the other night. It can put some people in the mood. The moonlight. Blue moon, I saw you standing alone. Did I see you standing alone or you saw me standing alone? Blue moon, ba ba da dee da 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 da, ba bee ba 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 ba, ba dee da 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 da. And then suddenly there appeared before me the only one my heart could ever hold. I heard somebody whisper, please adore me. But when I looked, the moon had turned to gold. Blue moon, now I'm no longer alone. Without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Suddenly there appeared before me. All right. Well, you guys are like prolific song suggesters. Hello, everybody. Good evening. This is the No Show. This is the No Show, which happens every night at 9, right here on YouTube. Man, I had a weird evening where I was checking out this song, that song, this song, that song. I couldn't, and then I was like, oh, wait a minute. It's the full moon. There's a bunch of great moon songs, and we talked about that the other night. So I'm glad to do a few moon songs. Salam, salam, assalamu alaikum, bonsoir, hello Fuad, nice to see you. Don says Moonstruck. Now I know Moonstruck, of course, the movie, but I guess Moonstruck is also a standard song. I don't know that song. I gotta look that up. Well, Moonshadow, of course, yeah. You know what? A few people have said Moonshadow the last few shows. Maybe I'll just look at that right now and see if we can't get a little Moonshadow going. Down, down, diggy, down, 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 diggy, down, down, diggy, down, blue, 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 dip, 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 blue, 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 dip, 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 blue, 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 dip, 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 bam, ba, dam, ba, dam, ba, dam, dam, dang, 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 ding, dong, ding, ding, dong, ding, blue, moon. Wait, is that the same? Is that a different Blue Moon song? Dang, ding, dang, ding, dong, ding. There was a lot of those nonsense lyrics in the 50s, huh? It wasn't exactly scatting, it was something else. David Bowie, Let's Dance. Crescent Moon is an abbreviated moon. Yes, Mom, I'm down with that. Oh, thanks, Mary. Yeah, the whistling is fun. I forgot that I know how to whistle. Whistling is a good substitute if you don't know how to solo, which I don't know how to do yet. But I met a ukulele teacher today. I was walking the dog down. Hey, Steph, how you doing? Nice to see you. Hey, Kathy. Dancing in the moonlight. Oh, that's a good song, Kathy. That's a good suggestion. I saw a guy down at the pier. I was walking the dog. A guy was sitting there chatting with his lady friend. And he had a little ukulele case. And I said, hey, is that a ukulelist? I said. He said, yes. And turns out, and then she said, oh, he's also a teacher. So I was saying, so I said, I had hoped that was the situation. So I wrote to him. So maybe I'll start doing a few lessons and figure out how to really do this thing. Dang, ding, dang, ding, dong, ding, blue bird. Oh, Moon River. Yeah, Moon River I've been looking at. Moon River is tough. Moon River has some wacky chords. It's also kind of maudlin. I don't know. Breakfast at Tiffany's. I do intermittent fasting. I don't eat breakfast, so I don't like breakfast at Tiffany's, and I don't wear any jewelry, so I don't like Tiffany's. I don't like breakfast at Tiffany's. No, I'm fine with breakfast at Tiffany's. It's a cool movie. Oh yeah, Dock of the Bay. That's a great whistling song. Okay, and thanks, Mom, who's saying check out the music theme from the movie Moonstruck. All right, yeah, absolutely. Moon Shadow. Oh, I'm being followed by a moon shadow, moon shadow, moon shadow. This is a low key. Leaping and hopping. Oh, leaping and hopping. It's nice to read the lyrics because I always thought it was huffing. Leaping and huffing on a moon shadow, moon shadow, moon shadow. And if I ever lose my hands, lose my plow, lose my land, if I ever lose my hands away, I won't have to work no more. if I lose my hands, I won't have to work no more. Now there's a guy who really knows how to look at the silver lining. And if I ever lose my eyes, if my colors all ran dry, yes, if I ever lose my eyes. I thought he was saying, oh, hey, 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 hey. But it's here it's saying, oh, if. I don't know. Oh, if. I won't have to cry no more. I'm being followed by a moon shadow, moon shadow, moon shadow. Leaping and hopping on a moon shadow, moon shadow, moon shadow. And if I ever lose my legs, I won't moan and I won't beg. Yes, if I ever lose my legs, I won't have to walk no more. It's like it's like some ancient fable. He's losing all these parts of his body. I never noticed that. And if I ever lose my mouth, all my teeth north and south. That's a funny way of saying your uppers and your lowers. Yes, if I ever lose my mouth, hey, 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 I won't have to talk. Oh, then there's that middle section. It didn't take long to find me. Are you gonna stay the night? I'm being followed by a moon shadow, moon shadow, moon shadow. Leaping and hopping on a moon shadow, moon shadow, moon shadow. Moon, moon shadow, moon shadow. Okay, anyway, there we go. I gave it a whirl. That's a beautiful song. Hey, Blue Lady, don't worry, there's no late. There's no early, there's no late, there's no clock, there's no nothing. It's a no-show. It's the no-show. So you can show whenever you want. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for being here. Thanks for tuning in. If you're here for the first time, thank you very much for tuning in. And if you're watching this after the fact, thanks for watching this at whatever hour you want to watch it. I really appreciate your eyes and your ears. And if you ever lose your eyes, da-da-dee-da-da-da-da. If you ever lose your eyes away, you won't have to cry no more. Okay, that's another Moon song. Man, we got so many Moon songs. So I wrote an email today to the casting people. I have a job coming up in 2 weeks. Well, now it's just 10 days from now. It's a Netflix series, and I'm playing let's say a city functionary of some kind. But I thought the beard would be good for this character. But you always want to check in with them. So I emailed and I said, can you ask the hair and makeup people on the show, do they like this for the, because I don't want to go, you can always shorten it. You can't lengthen it unless you pull on it really hard. Or if you go like this, that can help it grow. Paper Moon. Oh, Paper Moon. Ugh. That's a great idea. I've done that before on the show, Paper Moon. Yeah, I think maybe I'll do that. Man, so many ideas. Anyhow, I haven't heard back from these people yet, so I'm just gonna keep this thing. I'm gonna keep fertilizing. I'm gonna keep sleeping in front of a grow lamp. I'm gonna keep staring out the window during the daylight hours, getting the sunlight, and I'm gonna keep rubbing in the Miracle Grow. I'm being followed by a moon shadow. Kathy says, my musical knowledge is stuck in the 60s, 70s. Yeah, mine too. Some 80s, but most of what I listened to was that 60s, 70s singer-songwriter stuff. Also loved Led Zeppelin um, and that stuff. But since I started a few months ago with this thing and this book, this 1920s repertoire is just so, what is it? It's kind of hypnotic. That's not the right word, but it really sucks you in. I really dig it. Well, it's only a paper moon sailing over a cardboard sea, but it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. So, it turns out that's not really so much a song um, about the moon as it is about the power of love. The power of love. Huey Lewis. Back to the Future. 1984, 85, giant hit. The Power of Love. It's only a paper moon. Here we go. And then I have one other moon song. By the way, I don't believe in horoscopy or horoscopes. I do believe in horror scopes, not horoscopes, but horror scopes. A horoscope is a special pair of glasses that you wear, and it turns any movie you're watching into a horror movie. If you put on your horror scopes, you can go in and watch like Little Mermaid, and it'll be terrifying. You could go watch Breakfast at Tiffany's. Tiffany's. It turns it into a horror movie. You can get a pair of them. Same place where you get your eclipse glasses. Go on Amazon, get your horror scopes, and it's fun. You can even turn like a nature documentary into a horror movie. Horror. Tonight's episode is brought to you by Horror Scopes. It's not a great product name when you have to pause in the middle of the name. Oh yeah, who said that? Neurogeezer. Paper Moon. Let's fall in love. Let's fall in love. Why shouldn't we fall in love? Ba da 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 da. Let's fall in love. Fa 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 fee fa fa fa. You know what's nice about that song? It's one of those ones. What it does is it takes a kind of big deal and turns it into a little deal. Kind of minimizes the great challenge and the great tumult. It turns the operatic into a kind of there was Fafi. She was making a little appearance. It turns a kind of operatic thing into a little puppet show. Let's fall in love. Why shouldn't we? You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm explaining myself clearly, but say it's only a paper moon sailing over a cardboard sea, but it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. Yes, it's only a canvas sky hanging over a muslin tree. By the way, a muslin tree, that's the kind of thing where when this song was written in 1933, everyone would know what muslin is. I know muslin is a kind of cotton, a wool. I had a line in Sweeney Todd. I did that show a few times, and I would play the creepy, evil judge. And he would say about his stepdaughter, with whom he was enamored, he would say, "How sweet you look in that light muslin gown. Oh, how sweet you look in that light muslin gown." I never actually looked up the word muslin, but maybe is it a see-through? Is it a see-through garment? Is it a see-through fabric? I don't know. Anyway, yes, it's only a canvas sky hanging over a muslin tree, but it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed, if you believed in me. Without your love, it's a honky-tonk parade. Without your love, it's a melody played in a penny arcade. It's a Barnum and Bailey world, just as phony as it can be. But it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. Yeah, Mary, put on your horror scopes and let me sing it again. Mom, I knew you were going to come through with an explanation of what muslin is. It's a rough cotton fabric. There you go. It's sort of an unfinished, rough muslin. So kind of like canvas. Is it? I guess maybe it's a little less rough than canvas. Okay, I don't know. Harold Arlen wrote that music, 1933. And the music's by Harold Arlen, and the words are by Billy Rose and Yip Harburg. Yip Harburg. His name here is given as E.Y. Harburg. Yip Harburg. But he went, yeah, Yip. That's an interesting. Da da dee da 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 da. Da, 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 da. Oh, Mobius says she uses muslin to strain things in the kitchen. Ah, that stuff. Now I know what it is. Is it cheesecloth? How is cheesecloth different than muslin, different than canvas? Also, how is head cheese different than olive loaf and mortadella? Hey, what's up, Snicks? Nice to see ya. Da da dee da 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 da. Oh, here I have another Moon song. Let me take a sip of sparkling water while also plugging Movement Voter Project. The Movement Voter Project. Movement Voter Project. Just remember MVP. MVP, Movement Voter Project. They raise dough, and that dough goes to grassroots organizations that get people to vote. Expanding democracy. Expand democracy. If you're into democracy, if you believe in democracy, why not grow it? Why not spread it? Why not expand it? Why not stretch it? Get more people voting. That's the whole idea. You get more people voting. A bigger sample size leads to better results. Movement Voter Project. Da da dee da. If I'm not careful, I'm going to spill this seltzer on my keyboard. We don't want that to happen. Okay. Mobius. Thank you. Mobius is I like Richard. Thank you, Richard in Pennsylvania, who whenever I give my plug for Movement Voter Project, he says, now for some politicking. And now a word from our politicians. Hello, vote for me. Lydia, the tattooed lady. I haven't done that yet, but thank you, Rosalind. I'll take a look at that. How is head cheese different from body cheese? Oh, I don't know. Anyway, vegan. I'm off the cheese for a few years. Muslin has a higher thread count than cheesecloth. My God, we're really getting into the weeds, I mean. Like feta cheese, cheesecloth, it's dangerous to read the comments in reverse chronological order. When I use muslin, it is to strain things in the kitchen. To strain things. Like feta cheese. Cheesecloth is much looser and no good for making cheese. Okay, I don't, muslin. This is all because the word muslin appeared in the song Paper Moon. That's how this all started. So we can blame Yip. It's Yip's fault. Curses, Yip. Thank you, Kathy, for turning down that petition to get Bobby Kennedy Jr. on the ballot in Maine today. We appreciate that. We being the sane majority. Da da dee da 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 dee da 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 da. But it wouldn't be make believe. Perhaps a Jim Croce number. You know what? I have a Jim Croce, oh no, I have a Harry Chapin book. Look at this nice Harry Chapin. Look at that. A nice Harry Chapin book. Heads and Tails. That's a nice smile of a youngster. Jeffrey, that's a good idea. I didn't realize that that he died in a plane crash at 30. Jim Croce, my God. Yeah, I'm gonna look at some. I have bad boy. I have Leroy Brown. Okay, wait. Let me get to this moon song. The moon, the full moon. It's messing with my head. I see a bad moon rising. I see trouble on the way. I see earthquakes and lightning. I see bad times today. I see bad times today. He says bad times a day. I thought he said bad times of day. Again, this is one of those moments you're reading the lyrics after singing along for 30 years, and you get the lyrics. Bad times a day. Don't go around tonight. Well, it's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise. I hear hurricanes are blowing. I know the end is coming soon. It's apocalyptic. I fear the rivers overflowing. I hear the voice of rage and ruin. I always thought it was, I hear the voice of wreckage and ruin. Did anyone else think it was wreckage? It's rage. At least that's how it's written here. I hear the voice of rage and ruin. Don't go around tonight. Well, it's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise. Okay, everybody do your own solo. Hope you got your things together. Hope you are quite prepared to die. Why do you have to get your things together if everyone's dying? It seems like the perfect moment to not have to get your things together. If it's apocalyptic and everything is coming apart, you don't have to do your taxes, you don't have to fold your laundry, you don't have to check anything, you don't have to, I don't know. Looks like we're in for nasty weather. One eye is taken for an eye. Well, don't go around tonight. Well, it's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise. Don't go around tonight. In other words, stay home. It's bound to take your life. It's bound to take your life. If you go outside, you're going to die. My gosh. There's a bad moon on the rise. On the flip side, if there's a bad moon on the rise and everyone's going to die, how's staying home going to help you? Snicks makes a good point. Have some water. You want to be hydrated for the apocalypse. It's very important, even if everything's coming apart, make sure you're well hydrated. Also, put on some sunscreen, because, you never know. Yes, I love CCR also. They're incredible. Also, CPR is terrific. If someone's having a medical emergency, CPR is more important than CCR. But music doesn't hurt. A little bit of good music. Oh man, we've already done a half hour. What happened? The show just it got away from us. All right, that's all our moon songs for this evening. I'm here every night. I'm Ethan. This is the nosho. Please, share this. Oh yeah, misheard lyrics. My friend thought it was "There's a bathroom on the right." Don't go around and there's a bathroom on the right. There's a bathroom on the right. Oh, a bad moon on the rise. There's a bathroom on the right. I like that. I had a little book. I used to have it on the shelf here. It was a book of misheard lyrics, and it was a picture on the cover of Jimi Hendrix, and in sort of cartoon font, it said, "Excuse me while I kiss this guy." Excuse me while I kiss this guy. Yeah, those are funny. Those misheard lyrics. There's a bathroom on the right. Um, it's a full moon tonight. That's exactly right. Akiyoshi-tan, nice to see you, Akiyoshi. Yes, it's a full moon, which that was the kind of inspiration for doing a bunch of moon songs. Just a perfect day, perfect day. I'm having a weird night tonight. I'm gonna blame the moon. I keep starting in the wrong key. Just a perfect day. Drink sangria in the park, and then later, when it gets dark, we go home. I'm not gonna ruin this song. Oh, it's such a perfect day. I'm glad I spent it with you. Oh, such a perfect day. You just keep me hanging on. You just keep me hanging on. Oh, it's such a perfect day. I'm glad I spent it with you. Oh, such a perfect day. You just keep me hanging on. You just keep me hanging on. Holy smokes. All right. I'm going to do that song another time when I have studied it. I don't want to insult Lou Reed or the ghost of Lou Reed. What a beautiful song. All right. Well, thank you very much for tuning in. Tuning in is that's an anachronism because we don't tune anything anymore. But thanks for clicking in. Thanks for jumping in, falling in, flying in. I'm Ethan. This is the nosho. It happens every night at 9. I have an outro song if you're here for the first time. I like to end the show with Irving Berlin's song Always, which one of these days I'm just going to know it by heart. By the way, I look forward to sharing with you the promo video that we shot yesterday. My friend Jordan, who's an amazing director, Jordan Hollander, he shot this promo video down at the East River, and I think it's going to come out really fun and funny and interesting and cool. So I'm looking forward to sharing that. I'm here every night, always. Every night at 9, always. When the things you've planned need a helping hand, I'm still here at 9, always, always. Days may not be fair, always. That's when I'll be there always, not just for an hour, not just for a day, not just for a year. I need a mandolin tremolo. But always. All right, thank you. I'm here every night at 9. Please join me and please share this. If you feel like sharing this, you can copy the link and email it to somebody or put it on social media. That would be most appreciated. I appreciate you spending a little time with me this evening. And I'm going to pop onto Instagram Live right now just for a little nosho. And that's on Instagram. I'm E. Hirschenfeld. E. Hirschenfeld on Instagram. All right, I'll see you there, and I'll see you tomorrow night. Thanks. Enjoy the full moon. Bye.